Good morning, everyone. This is Francis Mahan, your host from A Journey into the Mind. It is Sunday and it is day 12 or perhaps 13 of the saga of what I'm doing, which I haven't revealed to anyone in particular. The mind and its power to make reality out of a thought, a dream, a desire, or even perhaps a perception of something we believe in ourselves to be deeply truth. Think of the aspect of the mind at a theta, actually a delta state, because theta is meditation. Where we're meditating, we are imagining, we are visualizing, we are seeing things at a different level and perhaps communicating at a conscious level. Most of the time, not subconsciously, unless we are concentrating on problems or thoughts that occurred during the day. But when we are in a delta state or the state of a dreaming, where perhaps we are conscious, yes, there is consciousness going at a state of delta, which is dreaming, because we are able to dream and remember everything that we saw, what happened in details. Think of the fact that you can dream of something and maybe even have an idea or a desire about something you want, and you think of it as if it actually happened, as if it is real. For example, many people think of the fact of having an idea of becoming a movie star, a scientist, an astronaut, a teacher, a doctor, a lawyer, or whatever else is it that they desire. They visualize themselves actually performing the duties of such persona, and in fact can become what they desire. Isn't this what the law of attraction tells us to do? To imagine that we are something and then become that something. So imagine this. Recently, I had a dream about a very influential person. And that dream was so real that I woke up and in my mind, it was reality. It was reality until the next day when I realized that it was a dream. But this dream almost simplified something that is real in my life. Because at a subconscious level, that dream and its entire episode already exists in my mind. Somewhere in the subconscious level of my mind, what I visualize, what I experience, and what I saw was real. Why and how is that possible? First of all, it is something that I desire. Second of all, it was a way of me interpreting a form of communication with something or someone with whom I have not been able to do that. But perhaps at a subconscious level, it was there, and then I interpreted in a form of a dream. Isn't that miraculous? Isn't it interesting that the mind can go so far as to imagine something that we perceive to be real, and subconsciously in our mind imagine it to be real in a form of a dream? Isn't it a fact that sometimes dreams become reality? I believe so. I believe so. There is no difference between the reality of a dream and the fact that some people are capable of communicating with those whom have passed on to the next dimension of life, meaning non-existing in the presence of our physical form, but now pass on to another life form. If we are capable of communicating with someone subconsciously in another dimension of this universe, which is non-physical, meaning this spiritual, perhaps with our mind, we are capable of visualizing, dreaming, experiencing, and knowing something at a subconscious level that is non-existent at a physical level. The mind is an incredible tool, and it is something that we should not take for granted, because we have yet to discover so much about the mind, thoughts, the brain, where our thoughts come from, where do they originate from, and where do they go in a time when a person is no longer conscious, such as a person who is in a coma. Are those thoughts, memories, and experiences completely erased? Or are they stored somewhere in the confines of our neurites in our heart or in our cells in our body to then reveal themselves later on at a subconscious level, where we go back and restore all the past memories, all the past experiences, and recall them as if they were present now, in this moment, in the now. There is a correlation between dreaming, the aspect of where memories are recorded, where do our thoughts come from, and are the thoughts that we have something that exists either in ourselves, in our neurites, in our brain, in our energy, in the essence of who we are at a subconscious level, and they just reveal themselves whenever we are ready to make them come forward mentally or at a subconscious or unconscious level. Perhaps many consider that when we are sleeping, we are not conscious, but that is not true. Unless you are conscious, you're not able to remember every detail of a dream and the experiences lived during that dream. So there is something we need to research further to try to understand that if we dream of something, it is possible to happen. That is, if we perceive that in our mind somewhere, either conscious, subconscious, or even unconscious, then it exists at some level of our spiritual being, the essence of whom we are, the being that we are, because we are not our physical body. Because when those thoughts are no longer with us at a physical level, when a person is unconscious or in a coma, then where are those memories? Where do the thoughts go? Where are those dreams? And how is it that they return to our conscious mind in order for us to reveal completely what they are? Like a computer would when you reprogram it and bring forth the software that was there, reboot it, and it comes back to give you all the past records that you have recorded in it for you to keep. I thank you for listening. It has been a pleasure as usual. This is Frances Mahan from A Journey into the Mind, revealing the fact that even though we are in a delta state or sleeping completely, we are able to record information, memories, thoughts at a conscious level that have been stored somewhere in our memory subconsciously, because our dreams are revelation of everyday happening. It is something that perhaps is about to reveal, that is in us, that is in our DNA, in our being, in our essence, in our spirit somewhere, and they reveal themselves as a form of expression of whom we are. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.